Right then, let's talk about it. Yes, guys, I'm Si. Welcome back to the channel. And this is an interesting one for sure. Are Arsenal bottling another Premier League title? Because they're top. They're in the next round of the Champions League. They're doing really well. But Man City are breathing down their necks. And we've seen this movie before. Brilliant first half of the season. Slight wobble. Pressure mounts. City close in. Job done. Liverpool last year. Is this season different? Is it history repeating himself? Arsenal are, on paper, the best team in the league. They have the best squad. They should be winning the league. But let's look at the current landscape going into the North London derby this afternoon. Arsenal sit top of the league. City are 2 points behind, but Arsenal, I think, got a game in hand. But look, that'll be today. That's not comfortable. It's not secure. There's a title race where every point dropped is seismic. Arsenal have got to go to the Etihad. So if they were to catastrophically lose the North London derby, City could go top with a win at their place. And this is where you start to feel like Arsenal's form is costing them. Arsenal's recent form, they've won 2 in 7. That is wobble territory. I will say they've only lost one, which was the United game. They've drawn a couple, which they shouldn't have. They were 2-0 up against Wolves in midweek and drew 2-2. It's points they've dropped from winning positions. It's the conceding very avoidable goals, and then you allow that narrative to creep in. Their fans are not helping. Their fans are losing their mind. The Wolves draw definitely hurt, right? Dropping a 2-goal lead. It's composure. It's game management. But when you're chasing a league title and you're going up against probably the second best manager in the history of football, you don't get those margins back. Arsenal's pressing intensity has dipped slightly. Their control in midfield transitions has nowhere been near what it was earlier in the season. They look really vulnerable late in games. They look vulnerable generally. They're not catastrophic issues, but in a really tight title race, those tiny cracks can shoot wide open real quick, particularly when you look at the last 3 or 4 seasons. So let's zoom out a little bit. 3 consecutive second place finishes. Each season slightly different. When they led most of the year, when they surged late, when they were chasing, but the outcome was always the same. They were always the bridesmaid. The psychological weight of that matters. This was the year they were supposed to do it. They signed the players. They spent over £1 billion in recent years. The players hear the word bottling. The fans feel the tension. The media amplify it at every stumble. The squad has grown for sure. They've matured. They should have learned over those 3 or 4 years, but until they actually get over the line, the questions are going to persist. And when you look at Arteta's system early in the season, like it's really built on aggressive, high pressing, like structured build up through the channels and central overloads, but inverted fullbacks, positional play, like dominance. It's quite free flowing early in the season, but once sort of Christmas, just before Christmas, it's become dreadful to watch, and it just feels like they suffocate their opposition. They literally just rely on set pieces and rely on their defense. Well, the defense doesn't look as tidy anymore, and teams are slowly starting to work out the set pieces. But when Arsenal's cannot suffocate their opponents, and when they don't have those advantages, suddenly they're struggling to break teams down, or suddenly to keep teams out. Shot volume stays high, chance quality dips. City, they're just starting to find a bit of form. And then you look towards the North London derby this weekend. Now, that really changes so much. This North London derby's massive. Will Tottenham have a new manager bounce? Can you imagine if Spurs beat Arsenal? the bottling narrative will explode. The fans will explode and lose their minds. City suddenly have the momentum, the psychological edge, everything. It's in their hands. Draw, I don't think it's as fatal, but it's certainly hands the initiative away from City slightly. Arsenal, to a certain extent, are in control of their own destiny. It's particularly today, they need to win, make a statement, and then, that's title mentality that shuts down the critics, relaxes everyone a little bit. That's the message that this Arsenal team needs to set, because emotionally they seem all over the place and they struggle. You had Gabriel walked off at the end of the game on the week against Wolves, arguing with the keeper, or after arguing with the keeper. You had Jesus clashed with a Wolves player. They struggle emotionally, and I think that does come from the manager for sure. Derbies don't just move points, they move belief. The pressure is ramping up, and look, this is the reality, right? Arsenal probably aren't collapsing, but they're definitely wobbling. And a wobble against a Manchester City side who's done this before, time and time again. City's running experiences, and they are in transition, yes, but they have enough players who thrive under pressure. They have enough assassins in that side to be ruthless. What Arsenal need to be is ruthless. They need to kill games, control tempos, manage transitions, but most of all, no more generosity defensively. But also, if you're 2-0 up, go make it 3. Go make it 4. Don't sit back. Play with some risk. Play with some balls. And go win the football matches. You kill the narrative. Are they bottling it? For me, are they bottling it? Not yet. But they're certainly flirting with that narrative. And I am here for it. I find it funny. Their social media fans are crazy. The data supports them. Strong XG, strong goal difference, strong defensive record. Titles are won on nerve, and if they win the derby, the momentum will definitely swing back with them. If they stumble, history's going to start whispering in their ear. And look, let me tell you something, right? If they do win the league, fair play to them, but they are bloody awful to watch in the big games. Awful. They never, they won't go to Man City and play. They didn't even do it against United or Liverpool. They just sit in and set pieces and at least with the other teams, they'll go and try and win. But if they get their title, it doesn't matter, does it? If they win the derby, like I said, that momentum becomes back in their favour. They stumble. The next month is going to define them. If this year they finally get over the line, then who knows where Arteta will take this team. If it's another second place finish and they do bottle it, I think Arteta's done, which is mental to say, but I really do. And then you look at some of their squad, Declan Rice, Saliba. Do they look to move on to bigger clubs? To be honest with you, I think they've got a lot of good players. I don't think they've got a lot of world-class players. I like Declan Rice. I think he could play, I think he's a top-level player. I think Saliba's a top-level defender. The rest, I think, are very, very good Premier League players. They haven't got the attack for me. And I think that'll be the difference, ultimately, between Manchester City winning the Premier League and Arsenal winning the Premier League. It's Manchester City in the attacking third, have ruthless players who will put teams to bed. Arsenal simply don't. And when you compared, I saw a lot of people doing combined 11s in the run up to the Manchester United Arsenal game, and I was like, well, I would take Mbeumo, Cunha, and Sesko or Bruno over all three of Arsenal. So that's worrying for Arsenal. But whatever. Like same with Liverpool, same with Man City, same with Tottenham. Probably not Tottenham or Chelsea. You wouldn't take their front threes over Arsenal's. I don't know about Chelsea. There's probably a bit of a mix and match, but historically, the team which wins the Premier League has got the top goal scorer. Will we see it? I'm not so sure. Are they going to be title winners? Are they going to be the bridesmaids yet again? Not sure, but I'm going to watch it with interest. I know that much. Thank you so much, as always. And like I said, if you like your football analysis and you like talking football and having a proper conversation about it without someone playing a character or ridiculous views or I don't know how to explain it really, but playing a character is not what you're going to get. You screaming and shouting into a camera is not what you're going to get. Your conversation, tactical analysis, things like that. Yeah, we're going to do that. And please do subscribe, spread the word. I'm building this channel up. Obviously, I've got Cardiff City World, where we do all things Cardiff. Do a bit of Cardiff on this channel as well. And we've also got Ace Podcast Nation as well, which is going to be relaunching some bits and pieces on mental health and sport and stuff like that over the next year. So we've got lots of stuff coming. Happy days, busy days. Keep the faith, and I'll see you in a bit. Nice one. This channel is powered by an incredible membership community on Cardiff City World and patreon.com/Ace Podcast Nation. Becoming a member unlocks exclusive rewards from early access to live event tickets, bonus content, and even the occasional inside transfer scoop when we get it. But more importantly, it allows us to bring you top quality Cardiff City content 7 days a week. Across those 7 days, we're talking match previews, exclusive interviews, instant match reactions, the breakdown podcast, tactical deep dives, the spotlight series, Bluebirds Rewind, Academy Focus, and just so much more. Led by myself, backed by an army of passionate Cardiff City fans, this is content created by fans for fans. Balanced, professional, and 100% all about the club we all love. If you enjoy what we do, then join the community today and support what we are doing as we help to keep Cardiff City World flying high.